Rural Community Charity was established in 1946 and is part of a network of rural community councils founded by the prominent suffragette Grace Haddo. Initially, our work involved supporting parish councils, playing fields and village halls, although even back then we got involved in other areas of work, including marriage guidance counselling and welfare support.
We were more involved, I think, in those days in issues to do with community infrastructure.
Village halls, parish councils, playing fields, all that kind of stuff. We had 9 community buses introduced in Cornwall, which was half the entire national scheme, so we're very excited about this. In the 90s, conditions were changing. There was a prospect of European funding coming in. We had a Labour government which very much wanted to provide better services for people.
The Rural Community Council made a shift from being involved in those tangible, here's a village shop, here's a village hall, to let's get involved in people.
We had the great success of being able to introduce a carer service in Cornwall. That was a huge step forward for us. The Young Carers Service was the first of its type in the country. At the same time, we had a brilliant team set up in user design, user-led mental health support. Very exciting time, actually, those developments. And in the middle of it, we had the Millennium Projects for Cornwall. We were successful in getting £1 million for 53 projects.
Which was huge. It was multifaceted.
1 in every 4 parishes in Cornwall had a Millennium Project as a result of this scheme. It had grown from quite a small, very focused organisation into a much bigger kind of umbrella organisation, really, for different projects.
A better range of services to maybe diversify some of our work as well, to cover gaps that we could see that are out there. There was government money available for things like the Change Up programme, which was a big programme of strengthening the infrastructure of the voluntary sector. A big thing that we were doing was the rural parish plan work. Basically work with the local community, help them build like a little model of what was in their parish and got them to comment and to kind of imagine what the future might look like, and then work with them to produce a plan that kind of captured that. I don't know if we quite managed to do every single parish in Cornwall, but we did cover a big percentage of them. Things were already beginning to change. The credit crunch was gearing up to happen.
Following on from the financial downturn, change of government in sort of 2008, 2009, and also the transition of Cornwall from a county council to a unitary authority. We did a huge amount of work looking at community groups, making them more sustainable, helping organisations have the right legal and charitable structure so that they could draw down their own funding, because the days of us having funding to do things had gone. Always exciting, because you never knew quite what was going to come through the door. Clean Cornwall project sprang out of nowhere, digital skills, and rolling that out across a whole range of user groups. We did make great progress with the community European funds, even the Memory Cafe network. We also did some wonderful work with the fishing community, and that's really where our strategy moved to. How can we secure funding from outside of Cornwall so that we're not competing with other charities? Hopefully we managed to get the best bits of both organisations and bring them together and help them to flourish.
There have been lots of changes in CRCC since I started 5 years ago. The main one being the pandemic, where we saw our services flex and change and adapt to the needs of our communities. We've seen lots of our projects start up. Every time we're making sure that we are listening to our communities and ensuring that the projects that we run are the ones that are needed for our communities in Cornwall.
That philosophical approach, which was to do whatever it is that's needed.
The way in which it seeks resources to help people.
Not to be restrained by custom, but to step outside when we needed to. That's why we managed to set up projects which had never been tried anywhere else.
We impacted a huge number of people.
That breadth of activity, but also that centralising ethos, social justice, inclusion, equality.
It was just so exciting. It just made it exciting, made it a really good place to work.
Being grounded in the local community, to be responsive to the different needs and aspirations of the different settlements within Cornwall.
A very, very strong sense that this is a very distinctive place that needs its own distinctive solutions.
We are looking to the future and we are looking to see how we best support our communities in Cornwall, working with our dedicated team, seeing how our charity grows over the next few years.